Hi, and welcome to the video for the Military Humidor Project by Kyle Maliszewski. Currently you're looking at the latest Military Humidor, model 001. It's approximately 21 inches wide by 15 inches deep by 8 inches high. It's pretty large. Every humidor built by Kyle Maliszewski comes with a full 10-year warranty, as well as a letter of authenticity. The construction is a double hull construction with hardwood on the exterior and cedar on the interior. There is zero veneer anywhere. And the trim around the top is Wenge. It's almost like a black walnut. Very beautiful. The top lid, also done in figured cherry, has a U.S. carved seal, which is approximately 10 inches wide by 8 inches high. It's quite large. And all around the sides is a cove within the cherry wood, and on each corner there are dovetails, also done with Wenge wood. Give you a close-up of that there. And I think you'll see anytime you put your finger over the seams of any of the wood, you'll notice that you can't feel anything. You can't even feel the edge. It's so finely sanded and very, very smooth. And then there's also coves at the bottom, on the sides, front, and the back. Each corner of the bottom has a large rubber footing to keep it from scratching the surface that it stands on. And I'll just give you a close-up of the cherry wood here on the side. Again, it's figured cherry wood. Really nice detail and grain. Now this particular humidor is going through a 36-hour seasoning process with the Cigar Oasis electronically controlled humidifier, and it's coming on about every minute or so for a couple of minutes as it notices the humidity drops once the cedar absorbs what it exports out of the machine inside. And once the cedar absorbs it, gets up to the right humidity, it'll finally shut down and just run in the normal mode. Let's go ahead and look at the inside here. So once we open it up, you'll notice that there are cigars on the right side on the top tray, and this system actually has two trays in it, both of which come out with these but also fit perfectly into the humidor. Each tray also has grooves in it, and those grooves match the side grooves of the center console, so the humidity can escape on the right side. Now we're looking at the left side here with the center console, and the left side is just for the storage of cigar boxes, ones that you bought from your favorite cigar shop or store, and you just put the boxes directly on the left compartment, which is the storage compartment. And you'll notice in the middle there's a console that has air ducts all over it to allow the electronic humidifier to let humidity escape. And the center console, as well as the trays, are about 1 inch down from the top of the lid when it's closed to allow the air to circulate over the top, as well as, of course, to the right and the left. Now this console here, we also have an engraving right here, which is the Maliszewski logo. And that's done with cedar. I'm sorry, that's done with the figured cherry. And that's the only thing that's cherry on the inside. Everything else is cedar. And there's a lot of board feet that went into this cedar. And just to give you an example of the cost of real Spanish cedar, not what some say is Spanish cedar but isn't, this Spanish cedar in particular costs about 8 to 9 times the board feet of, say, cedar fencing. It's double kiln dried, and it's 3/8 of an inch thick everywhere. Now let's go back to the center console here. as we take the top lid off, you'll notice that in the front there's a compartment for accessories, and in the rear is the electronic humidifier, which is running right now and telling you the humidity is currently 65.7. And I have this humidifier hooked up to the AC. That's why you see the flat ribbon going out the back, because during the seasoning process it runs quite a bit as it tries to bring the cedar up to the right humidity. So even though this can be operated in the battery mode without the cable at all, which we will switch to after we season it, we're running it in the AC mode. And then over here we have a separate analog hygrometer, which is testing the humidity outside of the chamber where the electronic humidifier is. Now the electronic humidifier, it's about 3 inches high, about 6 inches long, and probably about 2.5 inches wide. On the top it has the air intake, and on the side, as you can see right here, is the air outtake. This should always be facing in this direction, whether it be battery or AC powered, because you don't want the humidity blowing directly towards the cigars and into the trays, because it'll make certain cigars, especially on the lower tray, more moist than would be having it the way it is now, which circulates to the main storage area and then back over the top. But it does circulate within this chamber as well, and goes through these air slats over here. There's 3 of them on each side. I'm going to go ahead and put that lid back on. Now I just want you to quickly look at the hinges. We're using handmade Brusso quadrant hinges. They should last the lifetime of this thing, at least 20 years. And as this thing continues to season, and will for another at least 30 hours, since I've only been doing it about 6, I'm going to go ahead and close that lid and let it do its thing. So if you'd like to see this video and all the pictures in detail in the description of it, as well as purchase one of these, you can do it at premiumboxes.com. So I went ahead and close the lid, and I just want to finish off with 2 more comments. One is the comparison to other models. Now, a lot of humidors that you'll get with cigars, whether they give them away or you pay anything less than $200, you'll notice that on the internet most of them are all from China. You'll notice all the different sites have all the same ones. You start to get a feel for them, like we did once you start searching this market, that everybody's selling the same thing. And then you've got a couple of your high-ends, such as Cohiba, Aderini, etc. But what you'll find in a lot of those, if you really look at them and look at their websites, even though they run about $3,000 all the way up to $5,000 and even higher, you'll notice that they have usually veneer. They do not have electronic humidification. They have a puck or sponge system, and they'll usually add chemicals into it or give you something that can cause harm to your cigars. This humidifier is filled with 100% distilled water and has an antifungal mechanism in it, and it also, just the way the humidifier is sealed, doesn't allow mold or anything to grow within it. And then the last thing is, if you look at the price of this on our internet, you'll find us about in the middle, and I believe we're priced at about 30 to 40% less than the high-end well-known brand names that, in our opinion, definitely do not live up to their price. And what we tried to do with the Military Project is created something that's exceeding the value of those that are in that upper range, but actually bring the price down to about the mid-range. And this particular humidor will hold about 100 cigars, 50 in each tray on the right side, and then about 200 cigars in boxes on the left side. So it's a good size, but it's not just a humidor. It's also, in our opinion, a piece of art and a piece of furniture. And it's definitely a lifetime gift. Okay, thanks for visiting. Bye.